Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of the Market Watch for Upper or Northern New Jersey. I'm your host, as always, Brian McCarthy at Story Residential Compass in Hoboken. Thanks again for tuning in. So today we're going to do kind of a similar format that we did last week. And I should preface this by saying today is Friday, September 24th. I'm going to be looking at basically three charts with you today. Hudson County, Bergen County, and Hoboken specifically, just kind of looking back over the week and the past couple of days to show you what's been happening in our market, in our local market here anyway. Let me share my screen and we can start launching through this. All right, so here is Hudson County. These are updated every day, but as you can see by the dates over here, some of these are taking into account some things that happened over the past like 48 to 72 hours. So it's not just a 24-hour time frame, but it is a very tight, like right now time frame. So we're looking here for today. This is my market update I got today. So coming soon, we got one thing in Hoboken, 109 Jackson, a nice one bed, one bath, 717 square feet for under 500. If you're interested in that, let me know. We have 68 newly listed properties. Some of these, as you can see over here, are like back on the market. So most of these are going to have a day on market of like one or two. A few of them have more than that because they were back on the market. Maybe something happened to the transaction. The days were still counting, but now they're back on. But just in the past, day or two, 68 new listings here in Hudson County. Average listing price of those is $825,000. And the volume of all those together is almost $57 million. Average days on market really doesn't count for those because they're supposed to be new. Now we're going to look at price changes. So compared to those 68 new, we had 23 price changes. The average days on market before a price change over the past day or two was 43 days on the market. That makes sense. Just like last week, around that 35, 40 mark is like the average. Actually, let's compare that here. So the things that are in contract right now or accepted an offer in the past couple days actually had an average of 88 days under contract, or I'm sorry, days on the market. So that is a bit longer. And then the things that sold that were reported yesterday or in the past couple days, we have a closing date. Let's see if I can scroll over here. Yeah, so these are all reported in the past couple days here. 90 days on the market. So I take that back. These people that are doing price changes are actually being proactive. Maybe they were reaching too high. Maybe they were pricing off of the market that was like April, May, June when things are really hot. Things have cooled down a little bit in Hudson County. So good for these guys keeping an eye on the market and pricing things down. This average does not seem right. I don't think something is selling a condo for 318 million. So let's take off a few zeros there and update that. Okay, so average price of those price drop properties now is 690,000. That makes a lot more sense. Again, 23 of those in contract in the past couple days. 40 new offers accepted with an average asking price of 752,000. Not sure why it's reporting a sold price over here, but again, that average days on market was 88 before accepting an offer. I'm not really paying attention too much to these price per square foot because a lot of these like single family or multifamily are not going to report that, so we can ignore that. And then sold in Hudson County just in the past couple days, or that were recorded yesterday or recorded today and yesterday. 41 with an average price of, is this listed price? Okay, here we go. Average listed price of 830,000 compared to here. Where's our sold price? 789,000. So quite a big difference here between average listed and average sold. This is the price change between that listed and sold. You see a few of them are pretty big. A couple went over by a little bit. Some went under by single, maybe even double digits like this one here. But the average is almost 3% lower. So that tells you something. I just want to compare here. So average list price, 830 for the things that sold and 790 compared to, let's see what's average list price right now with these new ones. Sorry for all the scrolling. So active, everything that came out new right now. 825. Okay, so compared to the things that have sold, which is obviously on a little bit of a delay because they accepted an offer probably about 2 months ago, these prices are coming down a little bit, but not nearly where they are at things that are actually closing today. That's okay. Just something to take note of. All right, let's switch over to Bergen County. I want to keep in mind this 825. Whoops. Didn't mean to comment there. And average sold price of 790, and just compare that to Bergen County real quick. So average list price of things that are new, 670, so quite a bit lower, 60,000 lower. And average sold price, almost 550. So as I spoke about a little bit, or as I mentioned last week, Hudson County and Bergen County are usually the two highest priced counties in New Jersey. If we're just going off of today's data, Hudson County definitely takes the cake on that one. So Bergen County, these are coming soon that only Compass agents have access to. So if you want some information about any of these homes for sale, give me a call, DM me, shoot me a text if you're looking in North Arlington, Saddlebrook, or Wallington. Find out more info for you. New active properties in Bergen County. We have a total of 73 with an average asking price of about $670,000. Again, a few of these are just back on the market after being off the market for a little bit. 7 price changes. Last known price. Well, okay, so listed price 622 compared to now the last known or average price of these post price drop is 587,000. This is not contract date. This is the percentage that it actually dropped. So some of this data is not accurate. 699 obviously didn't drop to 699, so that's just not here. But let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of these price changes were all down. 1 price change was up. These guys were probably getting a bunch of, I don't know, bogus offers or something, and so they decided to increase the price to kind of weed out maybe some of the people that were giving them offers that capped at 400,000. It's a tactic you can use, but that's interesting. These price drop at 587 compared to 670 of the new things coming out. These guys are being proactive after 60 days on the market, dropping their price. Bergen County, it looks like it's taking a little bit longer before they drop price compared to Hudson County. All right, let's look at under contract reported in the past day or two. There's a lot. 82 things under contract. That's pretty impressive. With an average last known price here about 670 to 673. Average days on market for that is 48. That's really good. That means the things that are priced well and have value are selling quickly, and the people that are sitting on the market are realizing that and price dropping after about 2 months. Let's look at the solds. Quite a bit here as well. 55 things sold reported in the past couple days. Average sale price here. Let's look at these columns. Oops. L and N. Listed price to sold price, and then the percent difference between that. A couple went over by a lot, a few by a little. Average here, wow, pretty tight and over. So Bergen County, as we've seen, and as you've probably seen, as if you're looking around that area, if you're one of these people that is like Hoboken or Jersey City or these kind of more tight, dense cities, you're looking for more space. A lot of people in the past year or year and a half have been looking in the suburbs. Bergen County is probably obviously one of our closest ones. The market there is still pretty crazy. Things are selling for an average of almost 3% over asking price. We look at the average ask price of 534,000. Things are actually selling for almost 15,000 more than that. So I think I mentioned this in my last video, had a really good conversation with my lender last week about if you're looking in a market like this, that's still very competitive, a really good kind of comforting fact and tactic around waiving the appraisal. It's really not as scary as you think. I am, right after this video, going to record another one about that very topic. So be on the lookout for that. I just don't want to take up too much time here today. But if you are looking, let me know and check out that video about waiving the appraisal and what goes into that. All right, so real quick, let's look at what the market's doing here with loans. So this is an update that I get every day as well. We're going to look at today versus yesterday and these different loan products. So 30-year went up almost, 0.1%. The low over the past year was 2 3/4. The high has been almost 3.5. So we're still very low today at 3.1. Or yesterday was almost 3. You can save obviously some money doing a 15-year fixed rate mortgage. Those rates right now are about 2.5 compared to yesterday. They went up. It was just below 2.5. 30-year Fixed or FHA, still pretty low. Jumbo, slightly higher than the fixed rate, but not by much. That they just raised the ceiling on that. I think it's $675,000 that they're lending. If you go over that, it's a jumbo. Compared to, Freddie Mac and a few different lenders here. Everything's right about 3%, which is still very good. Very, very good, especially historically speaking. So that is the mortgage or interest rate update right now. And I just want to look real quick at Hoboken. I always like looking at Hoboken, maybe because I live here and do a lot of work here, but I like keeping my eye on this little market watch tool that I have access to. I just like looking at Hoboken over the past week, every time what's happened since I did one of these videos. So let's take a look. 48 new listings, 51 active. So the new plus about 3 that probably came back on the market. Well, 1 back on the market. Let me just click in here. We can actually see everything. All right. So 104, and this is just condos. So right now in our system, 104 condos on the market, 48 new listings. 1 came back on the market. 1125 Maxwell. Looks like someone couldn't perform. No price increases. We saw what? 1 at least in Bergen County just in the past day. So none over the past week in Hoboken. 12 price reductions. And if you want access to this market watch, by the way, I'm happy to give it out. Free to you. You can get it as often as you want. I can email it to you. You get automatic access. Just let me know. Shoot me an email or a text. I'd be happy to share this with you. It's pretty cool. But you can see everything that's been price reduced in whatever window you want. We can change this 24 hours, 3 days, a couple months, or a custom time period. But again, in the past month, 12 price reduction. I'm sorry, past week, 12 price reductions, kind of all over Hoboken here to various degrees. Active under contract means that they accepted an offer, but they're still showing. So 9 over the past week, and under contract. So that means they made it out of attorney review. And 14 things sold. Where'd it go? Here we go. Oh, look at that. 901 Bloomfield, the Raphael finally had a sale. Good for them. I know that place is really expensive, but really cool to check out if you haven't been there. All right. Anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in. That is our hyperlocal, very recent market update for the 3rd week of September here. I hope you enjoyed it and it was informative to you. As always, I welcome your questions and feedback. I would love to give you access to any of the stuff as often as you want it in whatever areas you want. So please just reply to this email or DM me, text me at 617-851-9141. Or if you're old school and you like to call me, I'd love that too. Give me a call. But thanks again, everyone. And I'll talk to you later. Have a good day.